Hello, and welcome back to the Traumerific podcast with myself and my lovely, gorgeous fiancée, Carla Roach.
Hello.
It's been a lovely, hot week.
It's been a muggy week. It's been hell in this house, let me tell you that. We have the most unventilated house, I think, in the UK, and it is like...
a sauna.
It's horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Like, sleep has been out the window this week. The cats have been feral because they've been boiled to death. It's just not been very good. So yeah, hopefully you've been slightly cooler at home, and you do have a fan before anyone asks that question, but
we can't just stick it in the way because it'll make noise throughout the whole thing. You don't want to hear the whole time. I'm sure that was great for people's ears.
It's also been a really big week for me. I have
Huge
discovered a new love this week, besides yourself. A new condiment love. I don't know how anywhere.
Is it a condiment?
I'd say it's a condiment. I don't know how, but I'd never had Branston pickle before, and let me tell you, I've been missing out.
Carla's love for Branston pickles died. And do you know what? I said to her ages ago, I was like, I remember just saying to you, would you want like cheese and pickle? And you were like, ugh.
No, but I thought it was like, I don't know, I thought it was like pickles, like a jar of gherkins.
Pickles.
It's not though, it's not.
It's so chunks of pickle.
It's so much nicer than it looks.
It's
so yeah, I'm all over it. So I've had a multitude of cheese and ham pickle sandwiches this week, and I've loved it. So
she's loved every single bit of it. And do you know what? She's asked me for I think you've asked me for a sandwich every single day. It's been ooh, and I know the ooh comes with a cheese and pickle sandwich. So she now loves ham and cheese and pickle, which, to be fair, the ham isn't a road choice, but I just like cheese and pickle.
It's a solid choice.
But ham is good in there.
Yeah.
But I'm happy now because it means we can have a jar of pickle in the fridge. And if you guys resent pickle, then you just got B-Tech taste buds, I think. That's what you've got. Like, you know, but it's my episode today.
It is, it's James's episode.
It's my episode, and we'll always start it with a fun fact of Carla's discoveries. I'll tell you. The other day I actually asked you, I said, what foods don't you like? And you went, oh no, I think it'd be hard to find one that you don't like. But
I think as I age, it's harder because your palate does change.
Definitely, yeah, completely.
Like, even with drinks and like with alcohol, I used to be solely like a fan of like rum or gin, and I just have completely
and your taste
gone
buds
off that now.
age, don't they?
Yeah, like I used to love like cider, but only ever sweet cider. Now I'm at a point where I cannot stand it. It's too sickly. So I will have like a dry cider, or I'll have, you know, like something a bit more kind of palatable, because it's just too sweet and you've had enough after like a few sips. It's too sickly.
Well, I mean, we can jump straight into it with a few questions that I had for you today, because I've really wanted to do this section for like ages. I've really wanted to do this section, and I've been really excited. I wasn't actually going to start with this section, but I think it's actually it's a good little what's the word? Transition. Okay. A little transition into it. I won't do that. And today we're going to bring in a special guest. The brand new MacBook that is very handy. So yeah, you don't need to show the insides and outs. But what I've done is I've collated a few would you rather questions for Carla, and what we're going to do is we're going to answer them live on this podcast.
Well, it's not live because it's recorded.
It's live for us though.
Well, it's not live though. Not for them.
Do you just like light rage baiting me?
I don't know what you mean. It's not live.
Carla's always in this thing.
You're so easy to wind up.
Do you know what? Right from the start of our relationship, I remember when we first got together, the first 2 weeks, I had never been like so rage baited in my entire life.
It's just so easy because I used to do this thing whenever we'd like go to bed, and you'd always like turn over and be like, oh. No, it was when we used to wake up, and you'd always roll over and be like, oh, what time is it? And I'd completely lie and say it was like way later than what it was. So say we woke up at 8, I'd say, oh, it's like 10:30. You'd be like, what? And you'd get up and stonk around the room and be like, it's just 8. And you'd be like, oh, for God's sakes, I'm up now. And then you just like potter around for ages. I used to do it as well when like, say we've gone out and you've had, like, I've had your phone in my pocket or something.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, do you have your phone? I'm like, no. And you're just like, well, where is it then? Where's it got? And you get so irate about everything so quickly. And then as soon as you found out it's a joke, you're like, oh, yeah. And you try to like laugh it off.
Sorry, I just kicked the camera.
Kick the camera.
I got so excited about you winding me up. I was like, ugh. So if any of you don't, you're all probably Redditors at some point. You should go on r/would you rather, because it's very, very good. And if you have any would you rathers that you'd like us to answer going forward, just send us a DM on Traumerific Pod on on Instagram and any socials. Drop them in the comments below if you're on YouTube or Spotify as well, because we are on Spotify, aren't we, my love?
We are.
We are, and if you're listening right now, hello.
Hello.
So let's get straight into it with the first one. So let's go. Would you rather...
These stress me out so much because I'm not very good at quick fire.
Quick fire questions, I know.
I'm too, logical. I need a thought process.
Well, the thing is, the good thing about r/would you rather that you'd love is because people actually elaborate and they give you kind of context to it. But I'm not going to, because I'm going to take the mic for it. Okay, let's go. Because, yeah. Anyway, would you rather have the ability to fly 2 times your height above the ground?
That's not that high.
Or have the ability to turn invisible for 10 seconds?
I would say, is it 10 seconds at a time or just 10 seconds forever?
10 seconds at a time.
That's not a lot, is it?
No. There's a thing about a cool off period either. So like when the 10 seconds are done, I'm guessing you could just do 10 seconds again.
Can't really do a lot in 10 seconds. Can I just fly forever?
No. You can just jump like twice your height. So you'd probably, well, no, you'd be great. You'd be in sports teams. You'd be in like basketball teams, right? High jump, you'd be an Olympian. You'd definitely be an Olympian. I'm sure Olympians probably do jump half their height already.
I'd say probably the invincibility thing, because I could just scare you all the time. I could steal snacks from the cupboard and you wouldn't yell at me.
You're not going to look at me in the shower, are you?
God, no.
I was just say God, no. Just to go, oh, yeah.
No.
Okay, well, let's see. You are good at it.
Just turn the lights off constantly when you're in the shower and freak you out, because no one will be there.
I do that quite a lot to Carla, because I don't know which way our plugs go still in the house.
So we have three switches outside the fucking bathroom. So there's a light switch, a fan, and then the landing light switch is on the other end of it. I do the same thing. Like, we came upstairs the other night and you turned all the lights off downstairs. I was on the landing trying to find the bloody button. And I was saying, she was like, James, why have you turned the lights off? You're like, oh, I'm done in here. I'm like, I can't see anything though. I
am really bad. Horrendous, right, for doing it, and
it's because into darkness all the time.
It's like a Russian roulette game. So our light switch on our landing is extractor fan, landing light, and the bathroom light all in a row. But I always forget, and I haven't figured out, oh, James, you should probably use a label for this, because you probably should, or I should probably just remember, right? But sometimes I'll go upstairs and I'll be really tired and I'll look up and Carla's in the shower and I'm like, one of these is going to result in a James. What the fuck you doing? Which it normally does.
Terrifying thing. Imagine, right, you're in the shower, you're naked and afraid, and then the lights go off. You're like, oh my God, is there a are we getting robbed? What the fuck's happening?
I'm sorry.
It throws me
I'm
into
really
like
sorry.
horror film script mode, where I just get like my heart jumps and I just get this impending feeling of doom, as if someone's like the other side of the door that's just gonna like stab me or something. It's awful. I hate it.
It's not me.
It is you.
No, it's not
me. To be fair, the light should be inside the bathroom. Like, it should be like a puller or a light switch. I don't know any of the bathroom that has a light outside. How is that helpful?
True. That's very, very true. Next, would you rather question?
We've lost him. Anyway, yes.
Just so we don't trail off, because again, we'll elaborate, and then we'll have an hour on one would you rather question.
Yeah, we are trying to get it down.
We are trying to get it down, boys and girls. We know you guys don't have a good attention span, just like us. We're not the best. But would you rather be stuck in your favourite film? So you're in the film, kind of like a Black Mirror type episode thing, right? So you're stuck in your favourite film, or a film you hate.
Why would you want to be stuck in a film that you hate? That's my question.
But you're stuck in. But you're stuck in it forever.
Yeah, so, why would I want to
would your favourite film become something that you hate?
No. I mean, I don't think I have one standalone favourite film. Flushed Away is an amazing film, and so is Chicken Little.
We quote that regularly in the house.
I think I could have a lot of fun down in the sewers and make a good life for myself. I think I could.
You saying you want to be a rat?
I am a rat. No, but if take Flushed Away for instance, that's a pretty good film to get stuck in.
It's a great film.
That's a good plot. It's a good environment. It's it's fun for all the family. Whereas if your favourite film is like Saw, for instance, that's not so fun. I wouldn't want to be stuck in.
I wouldn't be stuck in Saw. No. Unless you were the protagonist, then you'd be.
No, that's a very.
You get what Saw's about, right? Like you just you're saving people. Like the people he's doing it against, they're all baddies. They're all done something
I
bad.
know, but there's too much.
People can't forget that,
stuff
right?
for
And
me.
we're not a film podcast, but like Saw does that. Saw's not actually like the guy's trying
He's
to
meant
help.
to be a good guy. Yeah.
He's meant to be a good
He's
guy.
meant to be a goodie.
Very good film series if you've not watched it.
Puppet, though.
Billy
I
the
don't agree with
Puppet.
that. I don't agree with that.
Oh yeah,
hate
I'll
it.
put it on the screen for people watching on YouTube. But Saw, so it was Tobin's birthdays. The guy who plays Jigsaw, right? And they put the Billy the Puppet figure like, and then just put "Happy Birthday, Dad" as the caption on Instagram, and I just found it really funny. But yeah, okay. So you think that's a silly question? So would you rather, my lovely Carla, live the same day over and over until you get it perfect, or live each day only once but never feel satisfied?
Oh God. I don't know. I feel like if you're in the same, I don't think it would take that long to perfect the perfect. If you're literally doing it like every single day, I don't think it would take that long until you figure stuff out.
But what if your mind goes into an overdraw? God, what's wrong with my
Your
voice
is
today?
awful. It keeps
This
cracking.
week, I
Maybe
sound
having
like the
another-
squeaky teen kid from Simpsons. You know, the one who
Maybe you're having
Crusty
another.
baby. Puberty.
Yeah.
Maybe. Who knows? Maybe I've not gone through it yet. I feel like if you were to go through the same day and it's perfect, it depends on if you're a perfectionist.
No.
You're not. So I feel
I'm
like
not.
you'd sit there and go, this day's perfect.
I wouldn't
Job
realise.
done.
Yeah, I genuinely don't.
Whereas
I don't
someone-
think I'd cotton on for like a while.
Whereas someone who's like a proper perfectionist would be like,
drive them crazy.
yeah, because they'd be like, no, this bit wasn't right. Let me go back, and then they wouldn't do something that was in the last one. So they'd be like, I need to get. So then, yeah, it should be a movie. I'm sure there's those movies where they keep waking up on the same day.
For that reason, I think I'd rather do the day loop, because imagine just being unsatisfied every single day forever. I don't know. I feel like I'd do the repeat one, because then at least I can just I know
it.
what's coming.
Yeah. I guess that. Final question. Now, would you rather's are always quite deep, right? And they're always quite.
They don't have to be.
They don't have to be. They can be, yeah, but otherwise they end up being crude and horrible. I'm not asking you crude questions. I'm a polite man. I am a man. This would be the final one. Would you rather only feel emotional pain for the rest of your life, or only physical pain?
I feel like I've dealt with enough emotional pain for my 25 years of existence so far. So we could give it a go with the physical. I mean,
Physical pain only comes when you hurt yourself as well.
I suppose, yeah. I feel like I'm a boss at emotional pain, so I'll just roll with that one.
Well, as in you'd rather not feel physical pain?
Yeah.
And just
I don't have a
emotional.
very good pain threshold. I mean,
I feel like you
that's just a
do.
lie, actually, because most of my tattoos, none of my tattoos I've ever used like numbing
You
creams.
do have a lot of, and that's
I'm a
enough for
boss.
the guest today. Give him a round of applause.
Mr. Mac.
Give him a round of applause. Thank you.
Obsessed with this goddamn laptop.
Anyway, so but I feel like with that, you do have a good old threshold of pain.
I
I
feel
mean,
like I could deal with the emotional side more. I'm already
you could, but
acquainted with it.
give yourself a rest, girl. You know, 2025. It's a busy one. Okay, so I decided to ask some questions to Carla off camera. And if you're listening, hello. These questions are things that you shouldn't laugh at, but you do. Now, we all laugh at something that we shouldn't do, and it's always in like
This is going to sound really, really bad when I say what I laugh at.
No, but
I
it's
don't
okay.
mean it to. I'm going to have to do a public apology to your parents. So, James's question was simply, would you laugh at the things you shouldn't? Your downfall is people that fall over. I don't know why it makes you giggle so much, but
Do you know where it started from?
I feel like it's got to be like
Do you
a
want to
younger
know?
thing.
It is.
Yeah.
So it actually started from, I think, back in the old YouTube days, all it would be people getting hit in the groin with footballs and stuff. That's all YouTube would be. And then I remember on The Simpsons, there's the one where they do the film, whatever is it called? Yeah, that thing. And yeah, there's Mole Man getting it's like man gets hit in in groin with football, and then
I've never
Homer
found
laughs.
that stuff funny though. Like it has to be like really, really funny to get me. I'm really hard to just like crack up, and you laugh at anything. You're really easy to like get that kind of response.
Things that make you laugh are the most bizarre things I find. Like you'll laugh at something like we'll be laying in bed, and then Carla will laugh at like something absurd that's just coming up on a TikTok, and I'm like, huh? And you're like, yeah, but you go, what?
It's just one of those things that, like, I don't know. I've never found like people falling over. That makes me cringe. Stuff like that is like, ooh.
Yeah,
or
you always go, oh no, ooh.
And you're just there like absolutely in hysterics
On the
next to
floor.
me. I'm like, James, no, like they've hurt themselves. Or I just get really like, oh
I
god.
do.
Like, you know, when you see someone like go to kick something, or the guy that stands on the Lego and stuff on your TikTok or
The
your
mime
Instagram,
guy, that guy's great.
That to me is not funny because he's just hurting himself. It's like, oh my god, I can't watch it because it just makes me cringe out so much. But for me, I don't know why, but the source of my humour is if your parents, any story involving your parents,
Any story involving my parents.
like hurting themselves or doing something really stupid, it just makes me absolutely like split.
So if I tell the story and you just watch Carla's face, or you'll hear Carla's giggling if you are listening.
They're just so great.
There's
And
two
it's
main
the type of stories that I've never known anyone else to do this stuff, and they're the most accident-prone people. But they could do it, and it's funny. But then if someone like down the road was to do it, I don't think I'd laugh as much.
So two main stories that came to mind were, one time I was a kid and I was waiting for my mum. She was like, "I'll go just sit in the car for a second. I've just got to grab my keys." And our old cat, it was like deaf and blind. It was like 18 at the time, right? It was like just wandering up on the ledge of the front door. My mum didn't see her because she was in a rush, and basically saw the cat last minute, didn't want to step on her, so basically had to step over her, but obviously she stepped out onto the pavement, which was like a step down out of the door, so falls onto her hands and knees, proceeds to break like fingers on both her hands because she lands on her hands, like rolls on the floor. I'm sat in the car just looking at her because all I've seen is the cat wander across the air, go "Puppy!" and then like fall over the top and then roll, and I've been like, oh my god.
Watch that and absolutely
I did, and then she was like in tears on the floor, and I'm there like as a kid like you, and she's like, "It's not funny," and I'm like there like I'm like exactly like that, right?
I think it's more the fact that the cat in that scenario doesn't help because we've nearly died over the cats. No, it's not that she's deaf and blind. It's the fact that our cats have nearly killed us and tripped us up because they just walk out in front of you, and I can picture her just going, "Oh, for God's sakes," and then tumbling over, and then who falls on their wrists as well? So
you put your hand up, you're supposed to
like that.
Yeah. No, that's how she broke her fingers. She went like that. You fall your hands, don't you? You're not supposed to fall on your hands, boys and girls. You're supposed to roll.
Well, like James, you had there's a story where you had a gilet on, and he was walking with his hands in his pockets, and he tripped.
So for boys and girls that can't
get
see,
his hands out his pocket.
I've got a scar on my elbow, which you can kind of see.
He got stuck in the gilet.
Yeah, I was walking back from the shops at my mum and dad's house, and I tripped up a curb. And if you ever tripped up a curb with a gilet on, what I was wearing a gilet for? Who do I think I was?
I don't know. A farmer.
A farmer, yeah. And yeah, obviously, your knee-jerk reaction when you fall is to put your hands out, but my hands are stuck in the gilet, so I just went, "Ugh!" and then like fell straight on my face, but had to like twist. And yeah, it was good fun. It was very fun. The best one that I always have, and I think it's actually better than all of them. I don't think actually it makes you laugh as much. I think it does.
It did when you first told me. I think that's died down a little bit since.
But
it's still really funny.
The one that I love is me and my dad were on the beach somewhere. I don't know where it was. It was British seaside
I thought
town.
you were going to say the more recent one.
Which one?
Your dad at work.
Oh yeah.
That's a good one.
Sorry. I'll briefly tell this one quickly beforehand, but basically me and my dad were playing with a football on the beach. I kicked the ball to my dad quite far away. He goes to absolutely punt it, and instead breaks his toe because he kicked a rock in the sand that he thought was the football, and then spent the rest of the holiday in bed. But the one that was the most recent is my dad basically rang me and said that he's gone home from work and he'd had an accident, and I was like, oh my god, like, are you okay? Because he never rings me unless something's like the problem. And I was like, oh shit, like, are you okay, Dad? And he was like, yeah, I'm fine, mate. I'm just a bit shaken up. I feel like really sore. I said, I'll come round. So I went round to his. I drove all the way around to his, and I was like, you okay? He was like, oh, I know. He was sit on the sofa like, oh my god, like, I'm so sore. I was like, what actually happened? He was like, well, I slipped over. As soon as he said that, obviously what we said previously, like
They're the most accident-prone people. You are the most accident-prone group of people I've ever met in my
we're
life.
so clumsy. We are bulls in China shops.
You're not made for fragile environments at all.
Do you remember we went to that glass shop in Murano and you were like,
I was
do not,
literally
you're like,
shitting
don't touch
it.
anything,
Every
don't go
single
near
time
anything.
You turn around or you walked slightly quickly.
And I had a bag on my back.
Yeah, I know. I was like, please don't move, don't reverse, don't spin, just stay still.
But with my dad, so yeah, he was like, oh, I've slipped over, and I was like, oh, okay, are you okay? And I was trying not to laugh. And he was like, yeah. I was like, how did you slip over? He was like, oh, I went into the meat factory around the back, and there was a loose piece of bacon on the floor, and I just put my foot on it on the concrete. Which, bearing in mind, must have been like ice, right?
That would have hurt.
And actually just slipped straight on his back like a banana peel. Landed on his hip, and I burst out crying. I was like burst out laughing my head off. I said, please tell me that you have told people about that yet. I said as soon as you start telling people that, I was like, but I said, what did the other people at work do? He was like, oh, they just laughed at me. He was like, they were trying to find the footage. I was like, if the you've been framed was still a thing, he would have got 250 quid. He would have guaranteed
That's
it.
the type of stuff that happens to you people, and
We just do. We're so unbelievably clumsy. One that's quite bad, just the last one, just a quick one, is one that I only told Carla briefly about. She was like, you need to include it in the pod, don't tell me anymore, don't tell me anymore.
Oh, no, you didn't even get
No,
through
I
it,
didn't.
don't think.
So
I was like,
when we
shut
do our
up,
little
you need to
briefing,
save
we do some very good briefings now with pods, and we have to kind of save the information because we get so excited. But my gran and my mum were walking into Asda once, and this poor old man who was on a mobility scooter, the brakes malfunctioned and stopped working, so he was putting his foot down on the brake, but they weren't working, so he was going at 20 miles per hour on this mobility scooter, just gunning it down an aisle in Asda. The fatal victim, my gran, right? My gran gets smacked. She had lacerations because the tyres went over her head and her arm. How was that funny? It's my gran. You'll see her next week. Yeah,
Wait,
she got ran over.
Over her?
It ran over her. Yeah,
Like,
he couldn't stop, so the man couldn't stop, so he had to keep going until he crashed into something because he can go.
Like, right, surely in that situation, it's the same as a car. If you know you're ongoing, you go into the aisle, go into the shelving.
But he's like a very elderly man, like he didn't know. But yeah, he literally
aimed for your gran.
gunned at my gran, and she had lacerations all up her arm and everything. Her arm was like black and blue. I think it was like a court case, but it got, it was. I can speak about it now because it's settled, but I don't think it got a thing because the bloke was unaware. The bloke was like very senile, and so don't go on Asda mobility scooters because they'll cut up your gran. That's what they'll do.
It's like the name of a group. Cut up your gran.
Cut up your gran. Cut up your gran. But yeah, no, that's my story. That again, when my mum told me on the phone,
it's when you say she had tyre marks.
But she was rang me so distraught. My mum, she was like, "Oh, your gran's in like a really bad." How do I not laugh at that? And she says, a mobility scooter has ran her over. I was like, yeah. I was like, how? How am I supposed to not like? It's like telling me, I don't know, she's in a backflip or something like that. How am I supposed to not know? But oh god. Yeah, Jesus Christ, that's great. It's literally funny because on my notes that I write down, it literally says, "Gran gets run over in Asda." Well, I mean, when my gran was walking down the aisle, my mum would have probably seen the mobility scooter come in. Actually, no, I think it hit her from behind.
That sounds like a crazy wedding.
That was awesome. What?
Well, my gran was walking down the aisle.
When my gran was walking down the aisle.
Crazy wedding day.
Someone should have said to her,
"Watch out, love, there's a vehicle."
But no one was there to give her the
advice.
advice.
There's a rogue man.
Exactly. But no one was there to give her the advice. But what's the best advice you've ever had given to you? That was a good little segue. And I really teed that up.
That was gross.
Hell yeah, slam dunk it. Sorry, I'm really cringed now.
It's too much. So the best advice, what, just in general?
In general, anything in your whole life. You could have been 1 year old.
I can't remember anything at that point. So the best advice I remember was given to me through someone that I used to work with, like used to work with, like way back. And it was someone that she used to always say something that you're stressed out about now, right? It's something that I've adopted, I'd say, the last 12 months especially. I've been way less like anxious and, you know, like pent up about
You've been
things.
really, really good.
Like, and even when I get anxious, I put this in my head and I try to kind of wipe over things. So this lady was great, and she always used to come up to me if I was like really, really anxious or like worried about stuff. She'd be like, Carla, whatever you're worried about, in 12 months time it won't happen. It won't matter. It won't be a thing. You'll be doing something else, you'll be worrying about something else, you'll be in a different, like, completely situation, which is completely true. Stuff that we were anxious and worried about 12 months ago just isn't even worth thinking about now, as like stuff that I am currently stressed with and worrying about or going through. In 12 months time, life goes on, stuff evolves, stuff happens all the time, and it's a cycle that is. Oh, we have another guest.
We have a guest,
Hey,
Bicky.
Hey, Bicky. She's gonna run away now.
She's getting groomed next week, by the way.
That's another conversation. Oh, you're just gonna.
On the next pod, she'll look like a little Minecraft character.
Turn around so people can see your lovely face.
Say everyone, not your booty. She's showing off your booty.
She's so fluffy. For those that are listening to the audio of this, our Maine Coon Biscuit has just walked in. You can't see how fluffy she is, but she's
very fluffy.
Anyway, so yeah, that's the best piece of advice I think I was ever given, which is actually a very good, I think, coping mechanism, because again, when stuff gets a little bit more hectic and chaotic and you do find yourself in that kind of stress bubble, it is important to kind of just reassure yourself and say, like, you know what, it's not that deep. In 12 months time, it's not even going to matter. So that's the thing that I would pass on to anybody. I've told many people it in my time, especially in the last few years, and it's really helped me. I'm trying to think of other things. I think another thing, as cliche as it sounds, is not to bite off more than you can chew. So whether that be work or whether that be, I don't know, like us with our social calendar, the last 12 months, we were doing too much, so it was knackering us out. And there were some days where, like, not some days, but some weekends where it was literally, we'd finish work Friday, go and do something Friday evening, and then Saturday it would be, okay, we're seeing this person, this time to this time, this person, da-da-da-da-da. And
like section off like meetings, right?
Yeah, like, it was having to pencil in everybody, but we were just doing way too much. We were biting off way more than what we could chew, because we just could not keep up with everything. And we didn't even, like, ever have any time for each other either, or just for, like, just not doing anything, as stupid as that sounds. We've not been able to even think about our wedding properly last year, because we were just constantly doing things.
Things that we wanted to do went on the back burner a lot, and I think it left us in a position at some points where we're like, oh god, we could have done this months ago. Like, why didn't we do this months ago? Oh, because we did X, Y, and Z. I mean, that's not to say that we regretted the socialising, because in the time, obviously, we made some great memories, but you need some time for yourself and as a couple, for sure, that just gives you those rest days. You need rest days. You know, you need days to, you know,
just have some downtime.
Just go into time. Go for a walk. Sit inside. You don't even have to do anything. Like those incredible days are the ones where you wake up and you do nothing, and there's no stress on it, because you're not thinking at the end of the day, oh my god, I did nothing. You're actually thinking, yeah, I'm feeling good.
Yeah,
and I love those days with you.
Or even, like, if we don't have anything on, we can then okay, let's go do this, or what do we need to sort out? Oh, we'll go see you know what I mean?
Yeah, do you fancy going this place today? Oh yeah, cool. We've got the whole day to do it. And no one should feel pressure to do stuff on a daily basis.
No.
I love it.
So those are my two things.
Nice, I write a little whiteboard saying life goes on.
It does, though. It does. As cliche as it is, it does keep turning. People have to, you know, keep marching forward and keep getting on with stuff, and it rotates through. Life does go on, you know, like, you're easily replaceable at work, for instance, so it's not that deep of a thing. You should never live and breathe and absolutely kill yourself over work. I've done that in my previous jobs, and it's just not worth it.
You shouldn't do it. I think as well, like,
if you have, like, obviously, if you're in the type of role that you like to do that and you're best in that kind of domain, then that's absolutely fine.
There's no shame in that.
But I feel like it just keeps churning, and you have very good kind of mantras and things that you've been told, and, like, advice and things that goes off nicely into it.
Yeah, no, I mean, even just going on to your life goes on, like, it allowed me to, like, not hate people. Like the one thing that I made myself is, but it did. So there's one
How many
piece.
people do you hate?
All of them. I hate the world.
Let it burn.
What was that?
That's what you get. That's karma.
That's people. People are jumping down me. But with The Life Goes On, there's something that I adopted myself, and that sounds really cringe. I'm not going to do like one of those mood call things, yeah. But like there's one piece of advice I got told, and I'll say that one first. And there's one bit that I kind of ended up developing in my head off my own back that wasn't told to me, but it's very good. So the first bit, the one bit of advice that was my best advice, and I've always stuck by it, and I need to stick by it more sometimes, more recently, is that I shouldn't stress out about things that I can't control.
Yeah.
And that was one thing that always used to stress me out. Like, one thing that used to always annoy me was I would panic about everything and be like, oh my god, there's something in 12 months time that's happening that I'm like, oh my god,
12 months time,
exactly,
it'll be different.
Exactly. But I didn't ever think like that. I always thought,
see, the thing linked to that for me was I used to get really like anxious and really pent up about everyone else. So again, things that I couldn't control was other people's thoughts and feelings and how they would act or react to things. And you can't do anything. Like, obviously, if people don't respond to you in a positive way, you just drop them, or you just realise that they're just not the people for you.
That realisation for you is something that's so big. I mean, we'll touch on that towards the end, because that was going to follow on to what next question I'll ask. But I do agree. Like, I don't know if it's just like a general people thing. You kind of always, everyone I think at some point in their life always has that thing where they feel worried about everything until they get told that
you come to
is okay.
You come to an age, I think, 24 kind of was the start of that. I'd say 23 was definitely the start of that. 20 like 3, 4, 5 especially. I'm at a point now where I'm very happy in my socials. I have my little crew. I have, everyone around me that I need to. And they're a very lovely, very, very supportive little bunch. Yeah. And I know they back me. I know they help me out more so than anyone ever has, full stop.
Definitely.
And I'm incredibly lucky to have them. But it has taken a long ass time to get good quality people in the background, and people that want to work as hard for you as you do for them. It's not all one way, and it's not just a very selfish transaction. I think you genuinely do come of an age where you just weed out those excess people, or you weed out even just circumstances where you're not being the best person you can be because of your environment, of your peers, of your,
It's when you become self-aware of that.
Yeah.
That's when you realise, oh my god, like, what have I been doing all this time?
Yeah.
And then you're like,
you just get this newfound kind of, you can just see like clarity, and it sounds really like, ugh,
but it is beautiful.
You
it
can,
is beautiful.
and it's like, I'm so much happier in who I am now at this age. It's taken a long time to get here, but I feel very self-assured as to who I am. I love the things that I love, and I love that my interests are what they are, and I think I'm a pretty cool gal. But it splits me apart. I think I have, a lot to offer to the people that I have in my life, and I feel very backed up from, vice versa.
It's interesting because it's really nice from my point of view as your partner to see you so confident and so just content with that.
At peace with myself.
Yeah, and that's lovely, because I think, like I said, everyone gets to some point in their life where they're worrying about too much. You should literally only be worrying about yourself.
Yeah.
Like, and that's even to an extent, like, when you found like peace and clarity about where you are and your standpoint, and like know that I'm not massively career driven, like in a corporate kind of way, so I'll never get the standpoint of people that work 52-hour weeks and all that stuff. For me, that's you reckon in your life, but for the people that do it, fair play.
Yeah, that's what they want to spend their time and
they want to do
energy
it, exactly,
with, and that's absolutely fine.
And it's like, I've always been told that whatever you can't control, you don't need to worry about it. You don't need to worry about it at all, because what can you do? You can't do anything. No. If anything's out of your control. And that really helped me. I think it actually helped me relationship wise as well. It helped me with everything. I think it's helped me with everything, like friendships, like partners. It's helped me a lot with everything. Of anything you can't control, do not worry about it, because ultimately you just you are an individual.
Yeah.
And, you know, you need to love yourself. I know it's cringe, but you really do. You need to love yourself, everything about yourself.
Yeah.
You be so confident, because that will show. That's the reason why we do this podcast now. If you had found us in a shell of ourselves where we were anxious, we wouldn't be doing this. We wouldn't be doing this at all. We wouldn't do this at all. And I think that's why I love, because we have this newfound confidence that, for whatever reason, has been, you know, just built up and built up and built up, and it's lovely. But the one thing that I always told myself was what I was literally just talking about. It's just that whatever you do in life, it shouldn't matter. Like, it shouldn't matter. That was the piece of advice that I told myself. I struggled for ages, my God, like, even before we met, of like identity crisis, of knowing, shit, what do I want to do, like, in life? Like, what do I want to do? Do I want to do music? Do I want to do this? And I thought, do you know what? It doesn't actually matter. Like, is there someone that's going to come knock on my door and be like, you didn't do this, you failed? Like, no. And I think it's really bad if people would ever judge you like that. I think it's really bad, but I feel like people in school that may see you and they'll look at you and they'll be like, oh, she's not doing as good as she thought she might be, or he might have. And it's like, who are you to judge? No. Like, get fucked. Like, it's one of those where just don't care about people's opinions. That's the main thing. Don't care about people's opinions. That summarizes that whole thing. It
takes a while to get there.
It does.
But when you do, it's a very happy, carefree place to be in. Like, I don't give a shit if no one likes me now. I literally don't care.
It's the art of being disliked.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm comfortable enough within myself that it just, you know, it's background noise. I don't worry. I don't stay up thinking, oh my God, like,
this so-and-so doesn't like me.
Yeah, or, oh my God, I like this, and it's not like a mainstream thing, or, oh, what if I don't wear the right... I literally wear what I'm comfy in. I
feel like as well, like, when, maybe it was when, like, we'd first met or whatnot, and I'd have such a nonchalant way of saying things where I was just like, I don't care, like, you know, say, you know, X, Y, and Z. Like, if people don't like you for who you are, they're not worth being in your life.
They're not your people.
You're not your people. Like, it is so... People should love you for you, and especially you. Like, you're incredible. Like, but everyone out there, you listening right now, right a second, but everyone listening, like,
you just need to find your group of weirdos.
Find your group of weirdos. Find the in-betweeners.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Yeah, find your in-betweeners, and like, you'll never look back. You don't need to fit in. You don't need to do anything, and it's so sad if you feel like you need to, because you just lost.
Yeah,
you're lost.
So much better version of yourself, just doing what you want to do, liking what you want to like.
Hell yeah.
Listening to what you want to
wake up and you're happy, and then you got people you can shout out to and be like, oh, do you want to go for a drink? And they're all like, oh, how are you? People that don't ask how your day is. You know what I mean?
Weed them out.
Weed them out. Weed them out. I love the word weed them out. It sounds like in the garden, like, ah. So I put two more things on the podcast schedule for today, but I feel like they're a bit of a touchy subject at the moment. So we've been having a bit of a health kick, and we're a bit stumped. So anyone that's
we're in a bit of a slog.
Yeah. So we've got Project Wedding, of course, as you know. If you don't know, we're getting married. Woo! Which we're very excited about. We want to lose a little bit of weight, but we're not big people. Like, we want to look good. We want to feel good, don't we? We want to feel confident. But the problem is, we've been running, we've been exercising, swimming, walking,
gym,
dieting as well. Our gym, we don't.
You nearly killed yourself because
I
you're in a
nearly
very
died.
Severe calorie deficit. He gave himself a very, very, very low iron deficiency.
Yeah, I'm anemic.
4 is very bad for those of you who don't know.
4 UMG, I think it's classed as a UG. Basically, I gave myself a very bad iron deficiency by dieting over the last 4 or 5 months, and it's annoyed me because I can't go to the gym without feeling like I'm going to pass out now. So I can't go to the gym, which is really, really annoying. But the doctors have given me some tablets, so they prescribed me some. So hopefully that just brings it back up to normal. But I'm just a bit annoyed because, yeah, if anyone knows. But we do some good workouts.
Well, we can't now because of you.
I don't want to work out in this heat.
Oh, God, no. I can't think of anything worse.
Running or walking?
I'd rather run than walk. I feel like you're actually getting somewhere.
I think we do the same thing, though. I feel like I burn more calories when we walk.
You suck at running, that's why. You don't like running. You don't enjoy it.
I like short bursts of running. I don't
Very
like...
good at running. you don't like running. I know you don't like running. You just say you do because
I can't do long runs though. Like long runs.
But I like it. This is where it's annoying because I would have to go out and do a long run.
Just get the bike. I'll follow you on the bike.
You'll be able to keep it with me on a bike.
You're joking?
You're crazy.
We should actually do that. Why have we never thought of that? I've thought of something on the pod. Like we should do that. Next time you see us, go and follow us on the socials. Traumerific Pod. Carla will be running, and I'll be like, go.
Oh God!
Run, Forrest, run! What?
I want to sit down on the comfy bike.
Well, you can't.
Obviously not.
Yeah. I'll get a wad of cash on a little fish thing and be like,
I will
trail it down here.
Fuck you right off. Into the bushes you go.
No.
Into the bushes.
No.
Bye, James.
Every time you do that, her bum jiggles. She's got a little booty on it.
I wish she was round the other way. It literally looks like I have this big orange pillow next to me.
She does. Shall we do...
The wheel.
The wheel.
Of...
Trauma!
The wheel's coming back!
Wheel of Trauma, boys and girls, is back. And you know what? I will say after this, let's do the wheel of trauma. Let's do the wheel of trauma. Boys and girls, boys and girls, boys and girls. Let's spin.
No, I don't have a story ready.
This always lands on you. So if you don't know what the Wheel of Trauma is and your first time listening, go and listen back to the old ones. But we do a Wheel of Trauma at the end of every podcast where it's either me or Carla on a wheel.
It's been me like the last 4 times.
The last 4 times it has been you. I mean, we can call it Jala and just be me instead. No. What have you got to unpack for us to conclude this?
I'm trying to see if there's anything else from my childhood. Probably. Yeah, there is actually, of course. It's a gift that keeps on giving.
60 seconds, go.
60 seconds, that's way too much. So, there's 2 specific incidences where this happened, right?
Okay.
Again, we're at that sweet spot terror age of about 8. I'm pretty sure everything happened to me at the age of 8. So, we went to Coombe Abbey. Those of you that don't live around this vicinity, Coombe Abbey is like a big park.
It's a big park, yeah.
Yeah, like a country
park, yeah.
I guess. And there's loads of like little hidey holes around it. So there's like bushes that, you know, you can like walk in and behind. There's like fences you can go off and explore. There's like shrubberies you can like go off. And when you're a kid, it's an absolute wonderland. You can go and play wherever. I went with my mum, my dad, and my sister. And Amy was at this trickery age of, I think she was, if I was 8, she must have been like...
Trickery age?
Yeah.
Like trickster?
Yeah. Yeah.
What did she do?
So if I was 8, she would have been...
11?
11, there we go. So, we go to Coombe Abbey. And there'd been some instances at home where I think she either like was jumping out at me and stuff like that.
Jump scaring you the whole time?
Yeah. So, we go to this nice country park and I'm walking around and I go and I hide in these bushes. So there's like a big Christmas tree, like a fir tree, and I go underneath all those like spines and stuff, and I'm like sat in there, I'm like, oh, no one's gonna find me in here. No one did. I was sat there for ages, so I thought, oh, okay, right, this
How long were you there for?
Like probably like 20 minutes or something.
Jesus.
So I came out because I thought, oh, well, that's no good. So I come out and there was a specific area where there used to be like stone steps. I can't remember at what point, but there were really long flat stone steps, and there was a tree the other side of it that it like spiraled round, and it was like all hollowed out, so as a kid you could like actually go under and like play and stuff. So I went up and around, and this random boy literally he came out and he was like growling, but it just freaked me, and I came running out screaming and crying, but they thought Amy had done it, so Dad was there giving Amy a bollocking. Like she was like, I haven't done anything, she's just upset for no reason, like as I would. So that was pretty fun. And then there was another time that the exact same thing happened, but it was kind of different. So I used to play with like my stuffed animals and stuff in the garden, in the bedroom, like wherever, and I had me and Amy shared a room, so there was no room in the bedroom or whatever, so I went outside. It was like summer. I took like a big blanket outside and had all my like toys outside.
Nice.
And I was like doing what you do, and I don't know why, but it really freaked me out that at the top of my mum and dad's garden there was like a bald spot in the tree. So it was like a hedge that obviously someone's the fence back on.
Yeah.
And there was like a little like balding zone in this tree line.
Balding zone.
And I was just playing with my Minnie Mouse and with my rabbits and stuff.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden I could just hear someone at the top of the garden saying, "Oh, I can see you. I can see you."
What?
And it was so creepy. It was just this little boy that lived at the top house.
Still a bit creepy.
Yeah,
Little
and
boy or
it
not.
really, really creeped me out. And I wouldn't go outside for ages. I ran inside like crying.
That would terrify me.
Because I was trying to look, I couldn't see anybody because obviously it was a small boy, so he was only little himself, so I couldn't see him. But he was obviously putting like a voice, and he was like, "I can see you, I can see you," and then he wouldn't say anything, and then I'd look around, and then he'd say it again. So I like gathered all my stuff up, very organised. I gathered all my like toys up and stuff in my blanket, and I like came back inside, and I was like, "There's someone in the garden." And then Dad went out and checked, and he was like, "There's no one in the fucking garden." I was like, "There's someone in the garden that said they can see me." But I couldn't figure out where they'd gone to.
Yeah.
So I just would not go in the garden for ages. It really, really like, no. It made me very observant, I think, because like I would like assess things a lot more. Like, you know, I told you when we went to Skegness or Great Yarmouth and I was like getting changed on the beach and stuff, I would always like scan
for
and like look and see if anyone was like watching me or like, you know, if anyone was like round and stuff. Really weird, but that was quite traumatizing because when you are really young, it kind of opens you up to like threats in a weird way.
Well, yeah, you're vulnerable.
Yeah, and you're like,
you're a kid.
Oh, I don't like that. And there's this really weird sense of like, I won't say doom, but there's this really weird sense of like, I don't know, I don't like this.
Yeah.
And it really like spaced me out a little bit. So yeah.
All because of the balding spot in the tree with the little boy.
Yeah.
You had nightmares about that?
No, probably will now though.
She's going to wake up in the morning and be like, I had this horrible dream.
I will lead into another one like really, really quickly because I know
How much time we got?
We're coming up to it. So, I also have a story of a repetitive dream. I don't know if I've ever spoken about this on here. I can't remember. We need to make a list because I can't remember what I've said.
I can't remember. I know we
said.
definitely. I don't think we have repeated ourselves. But what's a recurring dream?
So I used to have this recurring dream that really used to freak me out. I have no idea what this means or what it's meant to mean, but it would always start. I was in my what's it called? Not reception, playgroup.
Yeah.
That I had, and my playgroup was like, it looked from memory. I think it was like a music hut or like just a one level sloped building. So I'd go into it and there would be like a deal or no deal box on the front of the table. So I'd like pull the ribbon and there'd be like a question or a statement inside of it, and I'd obviously like answer it, whatnot.
I feel like I have heard this before, but I don't know.
And then like I've told you loads, but it's the only repetitive dream I've had that has picked up from it. So I'd have this one dream that I'd get to the music hut, I'd pull the ribbon, this thing would come up on the box, and I'd answer it, and then it would be the sequence of events where like random people would like hold this deal or no deal box, and I'd go through these different rooms of like the playgroup school, like with different questions, and if I answered them, it would, you know, deal or no deal's like money.
Yeah.
It would just be more questions. So I'd like answer them to a point. Say if I got 5 questions and I'd wake up 2 nights later, I'd continue it on from the exact same point, so I could recite it so easily. And I never got to the end of the dream, but one time I did, and I never had it again since then. But I'd go through all these rooms and there'd be like a sea-themed room, and like Jack Sparrow would be holding the box, or someone that looked like him. And then I'd go into another room that was like fire everywhere, and there'd be like someone related to that had the box with a question in it. And the one time that I finished this goddamn dream, it was horrific. So I went into the cleaning cupboard, and it opened up into like, you know, in the Titanic start scene or the ending scene when you're going down the stairs.
Yeah.
It was literally like that. I'd open up the cleaning cupboard and it would be this like grand hall about like spiraling staircase down, and it was all like gold and yellows, and it was literally like that scene in Titanic where she's walking down the banister and she's holding onto the banister, and it would slope round and round and round and round and round, and then I'd come off the staircase and it would be this like butler with this final box that was gold. Everything was gold, even the ribbon was gold, and I'd open it and it just said like haha, or like it's a joke or something like that, and then I look around and the whole room was like rotted, and there was just like zombies everywhere. And then I'd like look at like down, and like the floor was starting to sink, so I'd have to run up the staircase really quickly, but I couldn't get to the top. And then I got like halfway up the staircase, and I like tripped up or something was like holding onto my ankle.
Yeah.
So I looked down, and this like zombie was like holding on to me, and I was like trying to get it off, and I woke up and I was just like, that is horrific. I never want that ever again. I didn't ever dream of it ever again. But it was the fact that each time I had this dream, it was like, oh, I get a little bit further, a little bit more, and it was just this awful, horrible ending where, oh god, it was. I can still see it now.
Your dreams are always like movies. Always like movies.
No.
Always. That was a great one. That's the best wheel we've had. You've pulled that out of the bag.
Thanks.
I'm proud of you as always.
Thanks.
As always, you've done some good little sporadic ones. Well, that concludes the episode, I think.
Yeah, that concludes us for today. Thank you for joining us. It's been a treasure trove of questions, stories, different time frames.
Let us know which format you like. Let us know if you like us asking questions. I think it opens up a lot more just general conversation as well, those kind of things, just funnier things, because we've got loads we need to talk about. You know,
we have too much to say. But we are conscious of getting the time down a little bit.
Conscious of you guys, so let us know how long you think the podcast should be, whether it's sort of 30 to 45 minutes, where you think 45 minutes to an hour, just let us know.
Yeah. But have a lovely week. We will be with you actually bi-weekly now, because we have a plan.
Yes, we do.
We have a scheduled plan.
So this will be out. Probably when it's nice and cold again, to be honest.
I hope so, because I've been sweating.
We are sweating.
Yeah.
Right, love you lots.
Bye.
Bye.